Hello everybody. In this session we are talking about process costing. Process costing refers to a cost accounting method that is used for assigning production costs to mass produced goods. For instance, large manufacturing companies that mass produce inventory might use process costing to calculate the total amount of direct and indirect costs associated with products that are completed and left in process at the end of a given time period. Some industries where process costing methods might be applied are the food industry, fuel and oil industry, and chemical processing industries. And then we move to the steps in process costing. To accurately estimate the cost of producing each unit, process costing takes into account work in progress. There are 5 primary steps in process costing. The first step, analyze inventory. Analyze the flow of items during the period to determine the amount of inventory at the beginning of the period. How many items were started during the period? How many were completed and transferred out? And how many were incomplete at the end of the period, of course. And then the second, calculate equivalent units. Process costing uses the concept of equivalent units to account for items that are unfinished at the end of each period. For this step, multiply the number of incomplete units at the end of the period by a percentage representing their progress through the production process. For example, if there are 2,000 units of inventory still in progress, and there are 75% complete, there are equivalent to 1,500 units for process costing purposes. And then the third, calculate applicable costs. Total the cost for all production stages, including both direct materials and conversion costs. And the fourth, calculate cost per unit. Divide the total cost by the number of units. This calculation includes both completed units and equivalent units. And fifth, allocate costs to complete and incomplete products. Allocate costs for the completed and ending work in progress inventory to the corresponding accounts. This helps determine how much money is tied up in current work in progress inventory. And then we move to the elements of process costing. To accurately calculate the total costs incurred in each process, three fundamental elements of process costing are: the first is about direct materials. These are the materials that can be specifically identified and directly traced to a particular production process. Direct materials include raw ingredients used in manufacturing a product such as wood, steel, or plastic. And then the second, direct labor. This refers to the cost of labor directly involved in the production process. It includes the wages or salaries of the workers directly converting the raw materials into finished goods. Direct labor costs are usually tracked based on the number of hours worked or through other relevant measures. And then the third, manufacturing overhead, also known as indirect expenses or factory costs. Manufacturing overhead includes all the production costs that cannot be directly assigned to a specific product or process. It consists of various expenses necessary for the production process, such as rent, utilities, equipment, indirect labor, maintenance, and other overhead costs. Factory costs are allocated to products using predetermined overhead rates based on factors like machine hours, direct labor hours, or material costs. And then we move to the advantages of process costing. The first advantage, accurate cost calculation. It allows manufacturers to calculate production costs by assigning costs to each production process. This helps manufacturers to identify the cost of each unit produced and ensure the final cost of the product is competitive. And then the second, performance measurement. Process costing can be used to measure the performance of each production process. This can help manufacturers to identify areas where improvements can be made and develop strategies to increase productivity and profitability. And then the third, consistency. It ensures consistency in the cost of production, as the same cost is assigned to each unit produced. This helps manufacturers to make informed decisions regarding production volume and pricing. And the fourth, budgeting. It helps manufacturers to develop accurate budgets for production by tracking the cost of each process. Manufacturers can identify areas where costs can be reduced, which helps improve profitability and budget planning. And then the fifth, easy to implement. It is relatively easy to implement. It requires the calculation of the cost of production for each process. This makes it a popular method for manufacturers that produce large quantities of standardized products. And 6, efficiency. Process costing can help manufacturers identify inefficiencies in the production process and reduce waste by tracking the cost of each process. Manufacturers can identify areas where costs can be reduced. It helps to improve efficiency and consistency. I think it is enough for this session. Thanks for watching, and don't forget give this channel a like, comment, subscribe and share. Thank you.